He's still the most underutilized guy in AEW. I think the whole group is Bobby, him, MVP. But Shelton is somebody that he's a dude almost it doesn't hurt the business, but Shelton makes it look so easy. He makes everything he does look so easy that people will get hurt trying to, even the boys, trying to imitate him. Even that, like, was that the WrestleMania Money in the Bank ladder match of WrestleMania 25 in Detroit, where he took the ladder bump forward and just took a bump through?
If it was the first one, I thought that was like 2006. It would have been like 22 or 23.
But he took.
I remember he was in the first
23
one.
is Detroit. 23 is Detroit. 22 is Chicago. 23 is Detroit. But anytime there was a Money in Bank in those years, Shelton always stood out. Shelton always stood out. Like even more so than like when the Hardys were involved in that, you know, because I think there was one where Jeff did a leg drop on Edge and they were both taken out. That was the one, Punk one, I think, in Detroit. That was him, Fit. I think Shelton was in that. If not, he was in a bunch of them. WrestleMania 23, Detroit, Michigan.
I think, because Shelton Benjamin was not in that one. He was in what he won the year before.
Oh, Chicago 22. That's Flair was in that one as well.
Yeah. Bobby Lashley, Finlay, Matt Hardy, Ric Flair, Shelton Benjamin, and Rob Van Dam was the winner. So what? I don't know. I mean, it's so easy to say, why doesn't anybody see anything in so-and-so? But he seemed to have like a year run where he was like the next guy to be elevated on WWE Raw. And then I guess fans like me and people who like to speculate all of a sudden look at it and go, Triple H was on Raw. And there seems to be almost a theme of anybody who seems to possibly be able to be elevated to the main event all of a sudden got their push halted for reasons unknown.
And I think he worked Hunter during that time, right?
Yeah, he lost as well. Shawn Michaels as well, the famous one with the super kick.
That's what I was about to say. He was put in a position to play. He was in the Spirit Squad position where they were just solely existed to put those guys over. That's the impression I got too. Think about it. You had that. Then you had him. I don't know the timeline of when they put him with his mama, which I thought
2006 or so.
Okay,
that could have been entertaining. The actress hated that apparently.
Yeah, but she played her part great, and I think there could have been a lot of legs with that if they handled it the right way. Then he was in ECW as the gold standard. I remember I wrestled him on ECW. He's the one that ended my big winning streak in ECW when I came back after the throat surgery and everything. They even said to me, they go, "Hey, we're just going to give you 2 to 3 wins, and then you can go back to doing jobs." I was like, "Well, at least you wrote it that far in advance, as opposed to other things." But for me to wrestle Shelton, and we came up with a cool finish where I did something. He rolled up and hit me with that flatliner. Shelton's man. We had some good matches. We had a good match in England for Heat. That was one of my favorite matches up on YouTube. I think it's part of that compilation that we always talk about, the Stevie Knight Heat one. But incredible worker. And now in his 50s, like looking, maybe you know what his curse is? For some reason, he makes insecure people look and feel less than him, and he must be shut down and stopped. Do you get that feeling? He's too good.
I saw him last year. I didn't speak to him, but I saw him. I think he was in the same bar as me, and he was still huge. Because he's a tall dude as well. I think he's like deceptively big, and just moves. Also, he'd be very insulted. You say he was in his 50s. He's a mere 49 at this point. But
you've already beat me up, Shelton. We don't need to do it anymore. So that's it.
It's one of those things. It's just like, well, it's all there, and for some reason, for years, people. He even went. Didn't he go to Japan for years, and then came back to WWE, and then he was relegated to main event for years, pretty much, and then they did the Hurt Business for a little bit and got rid of him.
Yeah, they did a Hurt Business, which they killed that thing off way too quickly for no good reason. I don't get it. I mean, the Hurt Syndicate in AEW, which I've tried to catch that because I like those guys and I want them to do well. Like you're literally handled. Jesus, you're literally handed like the golden ticket. All you gotta do is recreate it. And you don't even do that. You got all the players, and you cannot recapture what they could do. It's creative's fault. It's not their fault.